Counting on alum, Joanna Duggar Forsyth is getting a lot of attention following her recent podcast. The 26-year-old shared some heartbreaking stories about her family, especially when things fell apart after Jill and Duggar released their books. However, it also gave her a realization regarding her faith. Another thing that Joanna talked about was the horrifying dating tradition of her family. Keep reading to see what it was. Counting on, Joanna Duggar shares family's hard time. One of the topics Joanna talked about in the Unplanned podcast was about one of the darkest times of her family. According to the Counting on alum, Jill and Duggar's books against the IBLP brought them so much stress. My siblings and my parents and all this stuff was super hard at that time, she recalled, as her parents were put in the hot seat for months following the memoirs. The mother of three even confessed questioning if everything that's been happening to their family was real. But she was also thankful that her sister's memoirs somehow enlightened her when it comes to her beliefs. Joanna recalls horrifying dating tradition. Joanna Duggar Forsyth also talked about the horrifying dating tradition of her family during the same podcast. According to the former Counting on star, her dad would regularly file hundreds of guys who wanted to date his daughters, adding that some of them were even prison inmates. She later revealed that there were so many letters from random men almost every day, and Michelle had to read them first. My mom obviously would read them first, because she's like, "This is weird," but then we all laugh about it, she added. Meanwhile, Austin revealed that Jim Bob has a vetting process for men who want to date his daughters. This is obviously when the show was still blooming going, he said, adding that it was the reason why Jim Bob wanted to have a month and a half of relationship with him before allowing him for his daughter. Counting on, Joanna Duggar shares first-time breaking rules with Austin Forsyth. During the same podcast, Joanna Duggar Forsyth shared the time when she and Austin broke a courtship rule for the first time. According to the Counting on alum, she held Austin's hands for about 15 minutes when he totaled his truck. Jim Bob and one of his sons were there, and Joanna's brother told their dad about it. Joanna admitted that her father looked disappointed about it, but it seems it never became a big deal due to the incident. We need your consent to load the Instagram content service. We use Instagram content to embed content that may collect data about your activity. Please review the details and accept the service to see this content. Powered by User-Centric's consent management platform. View this post on Instagram. A post shared by the Unplanned podcast at unplanned__podcast. If you're looking for more Duggar family news, come back to TV Shows Ace for all your updates.